Everything's a vibe. Like, this is science. Everything's got its own frequency. We know that energy is neither created or destroyed, it's merely transferred or transformed. When we speak in energy. I don't even think people pay attention half the time in conversation when I say, I feel you, I feel you, I feel you.
You said I read your mind the other day, but baby, we are just connected deeply in another way. That telepathy connection, energy that's manifested through that melanin, electric currents traveling kinetic. What you thinking? Call my mama. But my mama calling me. Coincidence, no higher common sense of calling ESP. We are magic while this world's unraveling. 5G cannot limit our abilities from traveling. See, I'm on another level, dirty digging. Homie, get the shovel. I'm a rebel in this motherfucker, dancing with these demons. Got them screaming. This world is planting fear inside us. Clearly, I'm just over all the brainwashing. Time to wash your brain of all the pain, of all the stress, all the lies you told yourself. Open your eyes and realize you're a diamond in the rock. Don't let them tell you what you're not. It's time to show the world all this magic that we got with telepathy.
So hear me clearly. For me, language is liberation. The words that we have, they define and describe the very things that free our mind, but only when we choose with intention and pay attention to the frequency of the words that we use to construct our realities. Who do you say that you are? I am. I am. Those two words alone are the very beginning to a powerful sequence of awakening yourself to who and all that you are, have been and will be. We talk in frequency.
Focus your Clouded visions, poison minds, can't see clear enough. The world full of interference, so God ain't hearing us. My spouse miles away, can't even take a walk in public. Coronavirus got us locked away like lab subjects. Close your eyes and you can feel the pain, we all connected. Empath, so I sense when every soul's ejected. A mystic, magical, way beyond simplistic. 5G blocking my chi, keeping our signals twisted. Communicate with my mind, mental telepathy. Into a nature, so we speak on different frequencies. My third, I watch, the other two never truly see. The world is an illusion shrouded in secrecy. A king by birthright, a god at first sight. Divine shine bright, blind the wicked at first light. Open your heart chakra and let these words shock you. We telepathic, use your magic like a witch doctor.
Or ancient Egyptian words of power that speaks to the soul. I command your soul to listen. Nukta un mesura aritun ak em ta temau. Nukta un mesura aritun ak em ta temau. Nukta un mesura aritun ak em ta temau. The chaz un mesura aritun ak im ta temau.
Hey, peace.
Peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of Do Not Radio. Season the Sun Podcast. I don't know whatever we're doing today, we're doing it, I guess. I'm your host, I just want to lie. And we are here with our long lost Starseed Gatherer, Starseed Motivator, Starseed Inspire, who brings us messages from divine in time and in kind. A phenomenal representation of the divine feminine, of divine mother, the essence and perfection that is divine mother in a time where we need mother. So, we started off with telepathy, and Tony Hickman said, call my mama, but my mama calling me. call my mama, but my mama called
Mama calling
me.
me.
And it hit me in the most sacred place of my being because I'm calling my mama, but my mama calling me. And my heart is heavy. My mind is a little perplexed. And I'm not in the right spaces, but I'm in the right space and place at this point in time. So I said, I called my mother. And my mother sent the Pronoia Starseed, Gatherer, the anointer, the reminder that it's real out here. So let's welcome back this divine healer, this divine conduit, this one that is proof that the universe is conspiring in our favor. Even the darkest depths of the space. So the one and only Starseed Activator, Pronoia Starseed Podcast on Seeds of the Sun on Jackson Heights on Mother Foxxi Roxxi. Welcome back. How are you?
I am great. Thank you. First of all, it's so good to see you. It's so good to be in your presence. It's so good to be back on Do the Knowledge Radio. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. What a time to be alive is such a underrated quote in 2025 because we are in a crazy, beautiful, confusing, descending, ascending time. And it's a time of the mother, the feminine, the masculine, but it's a time of, honestly, the higher self. And so I was so, honored for one to be able to come back here, but at this time period, during this time specifically, I feel like it was divinely guided for me to be here today. I didn't even know all that I know, brother, but it's divinely guided for me to be here this day right now. So, and it's so crazy because I normally don't even write anything down, but lately I've been channeling a lot because, with this shift, I know y'all felt the shift. I felt the shift. If you are a starseed, an earth angel, a divine being, you felt this shift. You may have felt it at the end of 2024. You definitely felt it towards the beginning of 2025. The shift has always been happening, but there was like a speed up, a fast snatching the starseeds, snatching the chosen ones, snatching everybody out of these elements that we did not belong in. We had learned our lessons, and it was time for us to remove ourselves so we could heal and be prepared for what's to come. And that was the shift. And, I've been talking about Kali Ma, many of the divine mothers that, are depicted as, negative. But Kali Ma particularly in 2017 was projected onto the Empire State Building in New York. And when I saw that with my own two eyes, I already know they always put messages out there. They always got to tell you ahead of time before things happen. But when I seen the picture of the destroyer, and everybody looks at Kylie and they like, she got her tongue out, she's looking wild. But you got to understand that energy is exactly what we're feeling in the shift right now. There is a division or a severance of the soul and the ego, or the higher and the lower self. And a lot of us didn't realize how much we were connecting too much to our lower selves. And we had to, and a lot of us, because we are chosen as starseeds, we didn't connect in our lower selves in such a, negative, indulgent way, but maybe in a way that we became attached to things we should not have been and giving too much of ourselves to things we should not have done. And so we had lessons we had to learn in this shift because we had to prepare for all the souls that are going to be coming to us. And I'm telling you guys, that is what is happening. I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on, but that mother energy, that Kali Ma energy, is not just a destroyer. It destroys the ego. And it's not about destroying the ego, but it is about separating you from the self, the part of yourself that is destructive, the part of yourself that's gotten out of control, that has made you lose sight of your true self. And I believe this because I felt like there was an integration of my higher self between 2020, at the end of 2024, moving into 2025. It was all, I mean, it was like a out of body experience, you know? It was almost like it was an unbelievable shift I felt within my body. And I don't know if you guys felt it too, but when I felt that shift, after I felt that shift, you know, when everybody was talking about, man, did you get your superpowers yet? Did you get your superpowers yet? Shawty, I got my superpowers. Like everything that I already had, all of my gifts were just elevated. And they were elevated through separation from things that were no longer serving me. And it was like we had a choice to either move towards what divine is like, hey, I got this great path here, or you can stick to this shit that's not serving you anymore. But you got to make that decision. And that was what the split was. Do you continue in this pattern that's really not all you can be in the army right now? You know, there's so much more I have for you. But what are you going to choose for yourself? And that's what I consider the chosen, is those who choose for themselves, their higher selves, their higher calling, you know. A lot of times when they say, you know, you have free will, you know, it's so funny because my kids think they got free will too. And they do. They can do whatever they like. But there's consequences to all the free will that we have. And at this time, you know, it is time for the consequences or the debt to be paid in both the good and the bad. You know, it's the karma and the dharma time. And that's the Kali Ma time. That's the time that, you know, people were not prepared for because we kept thinking it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. You know, the shift wasn't going to happen. And what is a shift? And again, I channeled a couple of messages I wanted to share. And y'all, I really did just like write this out last night when I was up. And again, because of this shift, I'm up at certain hours every night. And it's just like, get your pen out. I got something to tell you. And I'm just like, okay, I'm up, I'm awake. Again, the heightened senses. If you are feeling like, you know, you may have had some clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudience before, you may feel that it is heightened at this time. And there's reasons for that. You know, a lot of us shifted into saying yes to Divine's plan. And within Divine's plan, there's so many upgrades to who we are. We are not whoever we would. If we would have said no, we would be another being. But because a lot of us who are watching this, who are at this point in our travels in our journey, we said yes. And in saying yes, you know, we have to heal. So it's so crazy that we like met here. It's not Mother's Day like we would normally talk about mother on Mother's Day or my mom's birthday. I did not realize how close we were to your mom's birthday. But when we talked about the Divine Mother, this was the message, was that we need to heal. And we need to rise from the heel to the heart. Okay, from the hell to the heart. And a lot of us, I'm going to go off of this right here. A lot of us are still living in the heels. We choose to live in the heel, which is our lower self, our lower desires. But right now we are being asked to live in the heart and to open up our hearts. And a lot of us have been, you know, hurt and felt things and didn't want to fit. We want to shut down. We are healers. We are the healers. We are the chosen. We are the ones that have to go through all the crap to get there. But we have to heal, number one, the mother wound. And I know we talk, you know, people use that word and say, what is that word? But if you think about mother and the way they talk about mother, you talk about like Mother Earth, right? Well, Earth, if you flip it around, it's the heart. And mother rules the heart. And again, when we make decisions, we should be making not always head-based, but heart-based decisions. We've been living in a world that's so logical and so matrix and so physical that we don't use our heart enough. And Mother is now asking us to open up our hearts. Since we cannot rise without healing. Without healing, we are truly a threat to ourselves and to others. The unhealed or unwilling to heal reside in a lower frequency, and those lower frequencies are negative, demonic, low vibrational entities waiting for a body and low vibrational vessel to use. So when we refuse to heal, we vibrate at a level where we can be used by negative energy. And your mother, our divine feminine, does not want that for us. And we've been vibrating so low. I feel like the vibration of the planet, we're supposed to be rising higher, but it's just been getting lower and lower and lower. And the reason is because we've been distracted by phones and new movies and all these different things that have been pulling us in and draining our energy. But Mother is asking us to return to our heart space, to return to love. That's why my show is this season focused on true love. That's the Mother energy. We have to return to not just loving others, but truly loving ourselves enough to know that, like, enough is enough. They always say healers attract broken people, but we can't continue to pour into others without healing ourselves. So, chosen ones, the shift was for you, to remove you from any types of energy that no longer serve you, so that you can be open to the gifts, to the new levels. Because we know that, like, with the new level ups, because a lot of us are going to receive gifts. With the gifts come great responsibilities, and the new levels, new devils, right? Every time we step up, everything we learned before the shift is coming with us. Because now we can identify things that we couldn't identify before the shift. At least I know that's what happened to me. Feeling that energy, knowing that we're in a year of 9, of completion, of feminine energy. It is about us truly embodying our true selves and, like, living out loud, not hiding. You know, like, everything is being flipped. Those who are chosen are being looked for. You are being looked for. People are looking for you. Your tribe is seeking you right now. And the reason is because there's a lot of confusion when things shift, when timelines shift, when things don't go the way we are used to. There's a lot of confusion. And so those who have already went through the shift are going to be looked for, are going to be sought after. And that's why your healing came first. That's why you were put in the front line by the divine energy to heal the parts of you that needed to attach to things that no longer served you, to heal the parts of you that overloved and overgave. Because that's the thing about us healers, is that we feel like we got to heal everybody, but that's not our job. Our job is to be a reflection of the light of God so that people are inspired to heal themselves, because we can't heal nobody. We really can't. We can spark the healing in others, and that's what I do over there on Pronoia. I believe in being the spark, like you said, the Starseed activator. I can activate something within you, but it's already got to be within you. And that's what the Mother is. It's within all of us. You know, it's our intuition. And for so long, you know, again, when you listen to the outside voices, that inside voice is so hard to hear. She's asking to be heard. And not just heard, to be lived. Because the Mother, again, that feminine energy is about receiving. It is a time of receiving. It's not a time of the way we used to work. We don't work like that no more. Things come because we believe that they're coming to us. We didn't have that mentality before. Like, the wheel is spinning in a different way, and so we have to move a different way. And so this energy has come to sever, to get rid of all the old negative thought processes, the old negative patterns that we've been living in, the old archetypes, all of the things that we used to value are going to be of no value. And it's hard for a lot of people to digest this. And I say things like this, and then in about 2 years, they'll be like, man, you are right. Now this is where we are, because the shift is really about us returning to our true essence. And I like to use the example of holding the oil and going into the fun house, right? We all came with oil on a little spoon, and we were all sent into this fun house called the world. And we're supposed to experience this world. We were never supposed to drop the oil on the spoon. We weren't supposed to just concentrate on the oil, because when we come out, we got to tell everybody about what's going on in the fun house. But we can't lose ourselves in the fun house. And somehow, some way, I feel like a lot of souls lost themselves in the fun house. The mirrors, the smoke, the mirrors got them confused. And now they just stuck in that karmic loop. And so us chosen ones, us divine beings, us starseeds, we are being asked to heal so that we can be the guides that we are being called to be. All this time we've been preparing for all of this thing. What are we preparing for? This is the time that we've been preparing for. This is it. When they say we got to save ourselves, it's not just the individual thing. It's we, because we are the collective. We are like the divine drops in the ocean, but we are all connected. So this time is really about us healing the heart within us, being true to ourselves, connecting to the mother, the divine feminine energy, recognizing the masculine energy is not negative. It is so crazy that, again, these terms come up, but we really don't take into appreciation of what they actually mean. Masculine energy is not negative. Masculine energy is protective. Masculine energy is respected. Masculine energy opens doors. It moves mountains. There is always a negative version of any type of energy. I mean, come on, just polar opposites of everything. But just like the feminine energy, it's not always soft and cuddly. It's not always nurturing. Sometimes it got to come through and cut shit out. Sometimes it got to come through and spank your ass. Don't your mama whoop your ass sometimes? I know I did. I used to get popped. That didn't mean she didn't love me. That means she was living in the other part of her. It's still her feminine energy. It's not her living in her masculine. See, and that's the other thing. It's like everything is being defined, but it's not being defined as a whole. There's polarities to energy in itself. The feminine has a polarity in itself. The masculine has a polarity in itself. And then they are a polarity together. So when we look at these energies, and when we feel these different energies, because I feel them, I don't know if it's just because I'm highly connected to divine, and like, again, my senses has been upgraded. And I say this so much because I honestly have felt so clairsentient, like I smell everything. Like any entities that are around me, I can smell them. And I know it sounds crazy sometimes, I know, because I'll be like, what was that? What was that? And it'll be like my grandmother's white diamonds, perfume. I'll just smell it really strong. And then it'll just, so these senses that we have are being upgraded so that we can sense, because we're not on the same dimension no more. You got to use different senses than those 5 senses so we can sense the things that are coming. Because again, chosen, you have a very bright light. And that light is to lead people out of the darkness. You are the hermit with the lantern. You are the chosen ones. But to be chosen, you have to choose yourself. And to choose yourself, you have to choose your mother. Because that's where you come from. That's who you are. When they say we are made in the image of God, I'm going to get real serious. We all got boobies. Okay? The mother. We are made in her image. She is the first God that you've seen when you came out the womb. Before somebody told you who God was, that was your God. She nurtured you from her breast. She loved you. And what God held you in the bosoms, your mother has bosoms. So that divine feminine energy has a direct connection. Direct. I'm not saying that the masculine doesn't. I'm saying that that double X is X marks the spot. A man who findeth a wife. There's a reason for all of these things. It's because that energy is directly connected and at this time, it's very important to be respected. And I feel like that energy, if balanced correctly, will be the energy to shift us into this new age that we're already entering into. But there's a respect. We talked about this one time on Knowledge's show before, that divine feminine energy is here already. It's just about it being respected and being acknowledged. And then when you acknowledge it, you can use it. And you don't understand that there is power in feminine energy. There is power in receiving. There is power in just being. That's feminine energy. You know, there is power in the darkness, in the womb where things are created. There's power there. But if you don't acknowledge it, if you don't know what you're looking at, if you don't acknowledge what you're looking at, if you disrespect what you're looking at, there are consequences. There are rules to this game. There are laws to this universe. Universal laws, that's what we call them. Forget man-made laws. Those laws are way more important than these man-made laws. And understanding that the respecting of the mother energy, the divine feminine energy, is the way back to ourselves. We get lost because we have no direction, because we have lost our teacher. And our first teacher is our mother. We have lost the respect for the woman. We have lost respect for the portal of life. We have lost respect for the guides, for the spiritual beings that we are supposed to be protecting. This being, let's get down to the base. This being brings in life. This is the portal for life. It's not just the woman, it's the divine feminine energy within you. It is the portal of creativity. Anytime that you feel you have a creative idea, the part of your brain you are using is feminine. That is the creative part of you. If you do not respect, or if you do not use it, you shall lose it. But the mother is here to say, hey, acknowledge me. And because what she has done to me is I will enhance your gifts. Have you all seen Apocalypse? That's the divine. Yo, of course they're going to make everything masculine, okay? We live in that world. I don't worry about that. But when Apocalypse came back, Apocalypse was like, yo, what is y'all doing out here? What? Do you know who you are? Let me in. Not, you have gifts, but you playing small. Let me show you who you are. And there was a divide. And you know, what was crazy is they made that into the villain. They vilify the mother. They vilify the one that tries to wake you up to who you are and to give you your gifts. They're going to vilify that person. They're going to vilify that energy. Thanos, please snap and get rid of half of this continent. Please. I was with half of the frequencies out of here. Make it a little even out here. What are y'all saying? All of the villains, if you think about it, they was really just trying to help you out. They really wasn't villains. But you get vilified when you're trying to wake people up. You get vilified when you're trying to open folks up to information. And I love the way Maleficent, I loved it. It was like one of my favorite movies, y'all. Maleficent. Why? Because the whole time we heard the Sleeping Beauty story. We seen the lady with the horns come up in that joint. She wrong. She didn't curse the baby. Who curses an innocent child? How dare she? How dare she? Maleficent is the tale of the chosen and the fallen. Okay? It is the tale of the ones who chose themselves and who did not. And Maleficent was minding her damn business, being chosen in the woods. And this guy comes over and he plays with her little emotions. They grow up together. And guess what? The minute he get offered to be the king, who does he betray? Maleficent. He took her wings. He took her precious wings from her. He tried to make her not be who she is. But even without her wings, she still put fear into the heart of the one who took her wings. You know why? Because he could not break her. She did not bleed to death when her wings were gone. She mourned her wings. She was pissed off about her wings. And eventually, if you saw the movie, the wings came back to her. But that was she had to go down a long road and learn herself without those wings. She created new paths for herself. She made a human into a crow. She said, look, I can't fly for myself. So she started using the resources around her. Divine allowed him in, allowed him to infiltrate, allowed him to take her wings, all to show her that even without all of the things that made her different, she still was different. She still had power. The wings did not make her powerful. It was who she was. And if you ever saw the movie, my favorite part was that the whole time after he did that shit, he got his gift. He got what he wanted. He got the wings. He became the king. But he had no peace. He had no peace. Hell has no peace. He lived in that castle the whole time, and the whole time he waited for Maleficent to come back for her wings. The whole time he was nervous. He walked around that castle. He talked to himself. He didn't even care that his wife was dying. Things was going on around him. All he was worried about was her coming back. Because she was chosen, because she was different, because she could not be defeated. And just like you cannot be defeated. They could try to take your wings. They can try to break your spirit, but they cannot break what they did not create. Acknowledge and love your mother. She's put beautiful gifts inside of you. The gift of intuition, the gift of creativity, the gift of compassion, the gift of vulnerability, the gift of receiving. I love y'all. I ain't even seen I see some comments over here. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, I'm reading all these comments.
Quick,
yes,
look, what you gotta do, we're gonna take a little break, play a song, we'll be right back with Foxxi Roxxi, and we're gonna get into it. We just getting started. Tell somebody that the Starseed activator is here. All right.
The painter, others letter. I should cut my ear off like Van Gogh. Stop performing at the Klan shows. Watch myself from the audience. Play piano with lit candles. I mean, I'll still perform, but the thrill is gone. I don't feel as strong, maybe cause the wheel is torn. I clutch in a ball cause I'm sick to my gut. Then I brushed off the dust, stood up like I was touched by healing palms. I picked up my shield and 3 rocks as I'm hearing psalms. Know ye not that ye are gods? And I've been blocked by bouncers, overlooked by the announcers. I'm in the stand with the fans, which told me many of my album was like a counselor. They said songs like Then From Now, got them from then to now. Even deja vu, they said the old man was you. In a reoccurring nightmare, where you kept coming back around. I took a picture with him. Then he showed me a picture of his daughter in a cap and gown. He said he put her through college because your words stood up for knowledge. Said, to be honest, you like a prophet. I said, stop it. He said, what made you right before quarantine take us to Nebula in a rocket? I said, it was just my journey to the planet of gods, my divine intervention. Just a mantra I said for the monsters in my head. Kept reliving, but we true and living. Like 3 supermen then, he said, who you kidding? That was a beautiful listening. Clan came on and music was hitting. They did 4th chamber while I talked to strangers about his divorce and child support papers. Gotta restrain and court for his anger. On the cross cause of haters. As Ghost finish up with the black suede while he dawn. They look around, I'm not on. They search backstage and I'm gone. Watch finish the set, play the next song. Play the next. Nobody would remember. He hardly was a member. But the gods was his avengers. With the bars always an inventor. From kindergarten to jobs at the center. From the mini mart, pocket cars for the winter. Kept a penny jar. What's the odds I get injured? Dreams of a football star was hindered. My lovers died, my brother's demise. My first son arrived in September. Virgo. No more pop locking like a turbo. Stopping in Stockton in my circles. Met Anessa, love was eternal. Ancestors, embrace her. Sword in my dreams like Jacob. Wrestle with the devils before I wake up. Or was that an angel in flames who renamed you? Kill a priest to join the Wu-Tang school. Say to them, old son of man, now children go in the land. Now I'm on send them 5 deadly venoms.
Freak out, yo!
Yeah, ma. Mom, say what up.
Huh?
Say what up.
Say what?
Say what's up. Ma, you look like grandma.
You cannot go without this book, and let me explain why. Voices of the Diaspora, written by Knowledge Born Allah, takes you through countless and countless different blacks. From our scholars, our warriors, our great sisters, and even entrepreneurs. It speaks to the past, the present, and the future. There's even an action plan for us that are serious about businesses that we wanted to take on. Entrepreneurship is one of the first things that he speaks about. And if you're an avid reader, this is a 5-part series. So this is not only a great resource for ourselves, it's a great resource for us as parents. We can teach it and incorporate it into our lesson plans for our children.
Yes.
We back. Back in the joint. Shout out to everybody in the comments. I went back and read all the comments. Yes, the woman does materialize the man's thoughts, but it's not merely, honey. That's what I'm saying. So we have to start looking at even just the thought of creation more as a miracle, y'all. We take everything for granted. Oh, you just had a baby. I'm sorry. I just brought a whole life, carried this baby in me for this. It's just had a baby. I merely didn't know. We have to really understand that energy of creation is just as important as the energy of money and all of these other things. We value so much that really has no value, and we devalue the things that truly have value. And I feel like, the feminine energy is here. It's been here for quite a while. It's been slowly integrating, but that shift And everybody last year was saying how hot the sun was, this ain't the same sun. It's not. It's not. So many things have shifted. We talk about Ra, the sun god, but there is a sun goddess, Ray. There's always a polarity. We just don't talk about it because we've been living in such, again, one-sidedness. And now it's time to kind of shift so that we can truly be ourselves. And again, that internal guidance within us is really going to tell us where we need to be going next. I've been seeing so many people, again, going through the same things that I have, and a lot of them are healers. And that's what's telling me that, it's us healers first. Everybody else is going to feel it. If they haven't felt it yet, they're going to start feeling it. But the thing is, you as a healer, you as a starseed, you as a divine being, you have knowledge that they don't have. But just to have knowledge is not enough. For people to truly trust what you say, sometimes you have to have the knowledge and the experience. And that is, again, why we are being asked to heal, so we can teach others how to heal at this time. Yeah. So what's up, knowledge?
Before you get into your next point, we got to give a shout out to one of our mothers on her birthday today, to Mother Rue, Maulisa.
Hey, absolutely. Shout out to Maulisa.
All of the gifts and the time that she has devoted over these years. Another one of those great divine representations. She's always here for us, whether she's teaching us about medicine, whether she's teaching us about the zodiacal wheel, whether she's teaching us about emotional intelligence, anything and everything under and over the sun. She is a wealth of information, a wise scientist, a divine mother, a divine grandmother, and everything. Literally one of those who is a bright light in the midst of the chaos and the confusion that third dimension sometimes imprints upon God in an imperfect / perfect state. So honest to Mother Ruth, check her out on the, I said check us out, love. Yeah, check her out on the Unread Book Podcast with her and the master numerologist, my brother Nick Westbrook, another wise scientist out there doing the work, that dynamic duo every Saturday. Check them out on the Unread Book Podcast. So
yes,
happy Born Day, happy God Day, happy solar return to that divine mother who is always in service to us. So we honoring her in the same spirit, and all of the divine mothers out here. Volume 2 of the Voices of the Diaspora is dedicated to the Black woman, to the Black mother, to the Black sister, to the Black wife, to all of the Black women known and unknown. You are our heroes, our sheroes. You are our essence. You are our birthplace. You are our point of origin. You are our God. So we honor you, we celebrate you, and we uplift you. So in the spirit of honoring our mother, my mother, your mother, and the universal mother, the mother of all living, and the Lord of all the realms, we sing a strong love and salute to Mama Rue and all of the Queen Mothers out there. That's what's up with me right now. When the action kept on going.
So absolutely. Happy solar return.
If y'all see Maulisa Temple out there, if y'all see Mother Rue out there, send us some love.
Yes.
For her organization. It's a safe haven for healers. So if you are a healer out here, you're here, Mother Roxxi, talking to us about the healers. It was a safe place a safe haven for healers, because who heals the healers? The healers are already doing the work, catching the scars and all of those things. And there is no reciprocity for that. So she created a space of reciprocity all around the country, all around. So I understand her.
Who heals the healers? Exactly, healers. Heard that? Who heals the healers? We heal the healers. The healers heal the healers. That's why you have to have platforms for the healers. You know, the starseeds that come to my platform, they are starseeds. They have most of them, they have their own platforms, they have their own gifts and talents, but they come because we all need healing. And I normally, it's so weird. Again, I've been off the radar. This is the first podcast I've done in a long time. It's almost been like a year. And the reason is, again, I was put into hermit mode. You guys, if you do human design, I am a 6'2", so 2 represents the hermit. And sometimes, I got to go deep within. And especially if I believe that guides and healers, we have to do a lot of self-reflection, and self-examination and a lot of healing in order for us to lead. And so while I was gone, I was like taken back. It's like, I felt like I had to descend to re-ascend while I was out. And there was a lot of things that, because I used to, you say somebody went to church. I used to love going to church as a child. I love church. I love church so much. I was the only person in my family that would get up and walk to church. I went Wednesdays, I went Fridays, I went Saturdays, I was in the choir. I love church. And, eventually, I grew out of it because I still had a lot of questions and things wasn't adding up, and I like to read. But in being in church was such a eye opener to the fact that we are already naturally connected to spirit. And that's why we're drawn to churches or places, where we group together, because again, we are collective, but also because whenever there's a little truth, we cling to that. We always, when we hear a little bit of something that reminds us of something, because we're always just remembering, right? And so the thing about the Bible, it's coded. There's so many ways to read it. It's definitely not to be taken at face value. But there was a particular, and everybody knows the book of Psalms is a full out spell book. If you don't know, that's exactly what it is. But there is a quote that just kept hitting me. Because I sat in a lot of silence. I did a lot of meditating. I did a lot of rebuilding. And during that time, it was Psalms 105:15. Touch not my anointed, and to my prophets no harm. We are in a time where that is what divine's word over and over that I continue to hear. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. And so many of us, again, during this shift, have seen the best in people and the worst in people. And this was the time where you anointed ones, you chosen ones, were put into certain circumstances, face to face with entities where you came into their lives to help elevate them. And they came into your life to help heal a part of you. And both of you had a choice. Do you step up? Do you elevate? Which I'm sure, again, most of you chose that choice. Or do you descend? And a lot of you that I know went through some things that you never thought you seen the worst in people you never thought you would see. You saw people slander you. They tried to maybe attack you spiritually, physically, emotionally. They tried to take things from you, Chosen, this was your test. Divine put you into these places to help light the room. But everybody in the room had a choice. They had a choice. Just because you put the light out there doesn't mean people will step into the light. And at that time, when the doors was closing, because believe me, this has been an opening for a while. Chosen ones, you have dealt with these entities, these spirits for a while. You've been put into many of lives to give people a chance to see what light is truly like. But this was the last, like the big boss. A lot of us went through the big boss at the end of 2024. There was things that we never expected to see, feel, and chosen. You were not harmed. You were not broken, because they cannot touch the anointed and they can do no harm to the prophet. But if they try, that will be their own karma. Your job is to keep your heart open. Even through the fight with the big boss, your job is to keep your heart open. Because when you come out of that battle, your tribe will be standing there waiting for you. And they're going to want to know how you got through that. How did David slay Goliath? How did you defeat the big boss? Because a lot of people didn't make it. Listen to me. A lot of people did not make it. There were lifetimes where I didn't make it. You understand? This is why I got another redo. It's like, you know what? We're going to put you through the same, but make a different choice. There are times you got to understand that our minds and our hearts, we get overwhelmed, because even though we may be chosen, we are still in human form and we still hurt just like everyone else. And a lot of people went through a lot of things in 2024 they did not make it over into. So your tribe is waiting. They are waiting because they're going through it right now. And you already survived it. They are waiting for you to teach them. How did you get through? How did you look at something that was supposed to destroy you, take it, alchemize it, and turn it into this beautiful lesson? How did you do that? How did you go into that cocoon and become that butterfly? They need to know. This is your true tribe. 2025, you're going to see the people that gravitate towards you because of all the healing you have done are going to be your true tribe. There have been so many tests, so many clearing. That fire in California is, again, the 3D is a reflection of the 5D, but there is a clearing going on. There is a clearing to rebuild. Man is going to rebuild something different over there, but there's a clearing to rebuild. Man mimics the things that divine is doing. So you see something being burned in the physical, there's something being torn down in the spiritual. And it's being rebuilt. And that is the whole point of the completion of the 9 years. It's for things to be complete, to be done. Completion means done, because when you're done with something, you can start something new. But you have to completely sever ties, get rid of. So the things we're seeing are the destructions that we already knew were coming. 2012, I was told, put your shades on and watch the house burn. Ever since then, it's slowly been burning down. It's just that now everybody's starting to feel the heat from the fire. They're starting to notice it because it's hitting them where it hurts. But the thing has been burning. And you should be prepared. And we are being prepared spiritually, but you should be prepared because this has been happening for a while. Chosen ones, I know you have been feeling this for a while. It's not preparation time now. This was the final boss. That means you went through levels upon levels prior to coming to this point. This is the year 9. What are you building in year 1, which is the next year? Because the numbers start all over again. 9 is the last number. Then it's 1 and 0 starts all over again. So what are you destroying so that you can build And what are you building it on? And I will tell you that the mother wants to be a part of that creation, the new foundation. They say the new world, the golden age. So that is basically the message that the mother has, is that we have to integrate this energy. We have to trust ourselves. We have to listen to that softer voice and stop giving into the ego and stop giving into attachment and stop giving into, overpouring and oversharing. And I'm talking to those high vibrational ones, because the low vibrational ones, they're, when things shift, before it shifts, like there's been warnings, there's been times, there's been a time for all of us to get our ducks in a row. That shift was the choice. So us, at this point, we're talking to each other. We're not on the same frequency anymore. They're not listening. If they're listening angrily. They're not trying to receive anymore because the shift has happened. So I don't gear my conversations towards those who do not know. I'm gearing my conversations towards the healers and the starseeds and the divine and the chosen and those who know who they are and know that they have a bigger mission. There are people who have accepted, yes, and they're in that gray area. I don't know where to go. That is your tribe. But those who chose to stay, we're no longer reaching back. We're no longer, and this is not to be harsh, it's because every time you reach back, you tip your cup back. You were never meant to pour. Those who respect you, they take from the overflow. You were never meant to pour, but you have to tip back. You have to tip the cup to go back to those. We were never meant to go backwards. This is an ascension. Everybody gets a choice, ascend, descend. We all have a choice. And it's painful because a lot of the people that got left behind were people we love, people we thought we loved, people we thought loved us. But a part of the shift, a part of that shaking, that earthquake, shook a lot of masks off, brought a lot of darkness to the light. And so we are where we are. And it's a new time. And I just say, do not be surprised by anything you see moving forward, because it's a part of the cleansing. It's part of everything coming out, the revealing. They say this is the age of knowledge, right? Knowledge. This is the age of Aquarius. It's no more believing. Again, that Pisces era, it's all a belief includes doubt. Because if I know, I no longer have a need to believe, so there's no more doubt. And we're at the age where people want to know. They want to know. They don't want to believe anymore because belief has left us, being vulnerable. Like knowledge is a sword. Knowledge is like, I can move forward with this, At least that's how I move. If I don't have any clarity, I don't know how to move. But once I got the clarity, once I know, and so we are in the age of knowing for a reason. Because everything is being revealed right now. And it's we think this is everything, but this ain't everything. This is just the doors cracking open. And it's shocking the shit out of people. They're like aliens and disclosure and oh my God, and they're putting up board and they're doing all of it. This ain't nothing. That's the 3D. This is the past. The 3D is the past. It's stuff going on right now that is preparing us for what's going to come from the 5D to the 3D. So what we getting all excited about, it's already occurred. This is just, you're just catching up. There's more to come. So don't let anyone frighten you. You've made the right choice. You are on the right side of history right now. You are here. You made it to this dimension. You've made it to this level up. Your job now is to be you because people are going to need you. And you know who you are. You know what your gifts are. Everybody has different gifts. I have my gifts. You have your gifts. Knowledge has his gift. Everybody has their own set of gifts, and their gifts are for their tribe. The people who seek you are going to need your gifts. So do whatever you got to do right now. This was the resting season, winter. This was the time to get prepared. If you need to, I don't need to read any more books. I don't need to prepare myself anymore. I am ready. It's just I'm waiting for directions from Divine. Where we going? Because that's the only person I'm taking direction. That's the only being, that's the only entity, that's the only thing that I'm going to be following in this year, because anything else is going to be a slippery slope. You got to pay attention to where you're going and understand, take responsibility and accountability for the decisions that you make. Because this is the year of exposure. This is the year of whatever is happening in the dark will come to light. I put a post up about that. If you don't want it to come to light, you shouldn't be doing it. Because this is the year of knowledge. People want to know. And it's on to the tiniest micro. You think you're not affected? When you see exposure on TV, that's just showing you, that's just a projecting of what's going on all around. Diddy ain't the only one getting shown, getting exposed for having sex parties and cults and all that stuff. It's going to be so much. The thing is, stay true to yourself so that can't nobody pull no rabbit out, no hat on you. People, you can say what you want about me, but you ain't got no rabbits and no hats to be pulling out, because I share myself. I am honest with myself. I know I'm not perfect. I take accountability. Those who do not take accountability, this is not your year. This is going to be a scary year because there's no hiding. The light shines everywhere. And each and every chosen one is a light. You're going to be irritating a lot of folks this year because you are very bright, especially if you went through the shift. Your powers have been upgraded. Apocalypse have come and blessed you. If you haven't felt it yet, you will. If you said yes to yourself, if you left some stuff behind that you know was no longer serving you in 2024, you are who I'm talking to. When you chose yourself, you chose your gifts. You chose the box. You chose the box that Divine had for you versus leaning on your own understanding. And believe me, that box, there's no hole. It's like the clown car. You seen a clown car? How many clowns come up out of it? You're like, damn, that little car. You have no idea that when you say yes to Divine, how many gifts are coming in for you. So if you made it to this side, be prepared to receive, because you are on the side of the Divine Feminine, and it's all about receiving. It's because you chose yourself. It's because you chose self-love. It's because you chose respect for yourself. You chose Divine. You said, I trust you. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to trust this road. And 2025 is all about, you may not be able to see 5 feet ahead of you, but you have a lamp and you have Divine in integrated completely. Your higher self is integrated. So you are walking on a path with the light of Divine. It don't matter how dark it gets. That light is so bright. You will make it through. You will make it to the end of that road. You will make it further than you ever think you would, because you said yes. So welcome to the 5D, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. We are here. Oh, yes. Peace to my sisters. Peace, Sunshine. Peace, Miss Chris.
So we're going to play one more song, and then we're going to wrap up with Pronoia Starseed Podcast, the foundation, and what can people expect from this season from you, and then we up out of here. So one more song. Y'all still got time. to tell somebody. So if y'all got a couple of questions, also make sure y'all write them in the chat so Foxxi Roxxi, your mother can answer them before we get up out of here. All right, so we'll be right back. Right back,
y'all. This Ty here, RBG, Repat Nation of Situation. I just want to let y'all know I hear all that shit y'all talking. You know in your heart of hearts you can't fuck with this. You knows that. Why I'm tripping, y'all knows that. Let's start talking, let's get into it. Whoa, hold up, what they talking about? I hear you. Matter of fact, fuck all that they talking about. Fuck all that yakety yak, wanna run they mouth. Machete clappity clap, oh goon run them out. Cross the border, show say arrow, hunt them down. Babaloo, why you clean off, it ain't nothing now. 30,000 in the air, my phone still on. Writing rhymes, earphones, with the kill on. Get the skill on, little homie, the real on. EI's getting the chill on, watching me get my meal on. Take a stand in the wreck, get my build on you. You disrespect the whole set and get your steal on. Ma do where if you can, get your bill on. Debit card swipe, but performance is getting tighter. I'm older and plus I'm nicer the motion it I sip on. Most of y'all skip the protocol. Trip on forces and slip, bust your head. Train of thought wreck, you there, didn't do what Joey Goon said. Now it's cold red, skeptics is begging to get my hill on. Back like I never left, proper like a sweater vest. I'm the ancestors' favorite rapper, Megadeth. That's true. No guitars though, just a hard flow. That's true. Nicest priest on these beats as far as bars go. A Josha Eli's on my chest as far as scars go. Stars go, the far go, stand a rock for photo ops. Bypass their own hood like they don't know the block. Faking culture shots like they forgot them struggles. All befuddled when that muzzle blast cats be like. Suffering succotashes, beats, concrete, street with sophistication. Repat Nation, we deep, baby. Plus RBG certified, fly like the butter with the golden box cutter. Hello, yeah. She's so flirtatious, smile like the Nile, her booty so outrageous. Classic yet refreshing, just to know you is a blessing. Peach schnapps and the flukes, here's a toast to patience. Oh well, a closed mouth don't get fed. She came to bed and woke up with your moja on her head. I just wanna see the fam blossom. Inhibitions, I lost them, I'm feeling awesome. My shit. Oh man, Sundiata, I told you they weren't fucking with me, car. You need to ask yourself that. Why do you eat food? You need to ask yourself, what is food? Because we got consumables, as acidic, dry, whatever you want to call it, and then we got alkaline, wet, real food. We got fake food and we got real food. Now, you growing up in this world, I don't know how old you is. If you my age, you 20, you 28, 29, we is the last ones to know what real is. These jits don't know what real is because they being raised on the fake. So they put the germ in the seed. Roundup ready. They put the germ in the seed. They got fake seeds. So I'm telling you, this is war. Yeah. This is fucking war. You got to learn the real, and you got to decipher from the fake because it's getting hard to tell. And that's my message.
You got to know the real and you got to decipher from the fake. That's my lessons. Boom, mic drop. That's so real because they getting hard to decipher.
So tell us about this illustrious podcast for those who might just be tuning in for the first time. Pronoia Starseed Podcast, and what are some of the things that you can share that people can expect from this upcoming season?
All right, y'all. So, Pronoia Starseed Podcast. Yes, that is my podcast. If you have not joined us, please join us on YouTube. Pronoia, Pronoia, which means the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Starseed, because that's what I am, and some of you are. We all are different star seeds, divine beings, angels, what have you, whatever you want to label yourself. We are all called by divine to lead, and that is what star seeds are. And it's a podcast over there on, YouTube. So make sure you follow me over there. And what you can expect is a focus on this year, returning to true love, which is self-love, number one, and also the Divine Mother. You can also focus on human design with my girl Claudia. Yes, if you've not heard of human design, please join us over there on the platform. We do a lot of great teaching on human design, and I think that it is a beautiful tool to open us up to who we are. A lot of us know about astrology and numerology, but not a lot of us are open to human design. So that is one form of one of the tools that we discuss over there on Pronoia. Also, we will be getting into astrology. I'm hoping my girl Sunshine comes back as my astrologist over there on Pronoia Starseed Podcast. We'll be talking more about astrology. And this year, again, this 9 year, we're going to get into numerology. We're going to also be, of course, doing Tarot Tuesdays, you guys. I will have Tarot Tuesdays. There'll be a change in the way that we do things over there. This season is going to be a big focus on channeling the messages from Mother. There are lots of messages that come through and have been coming through, and again, these last couple of months. And I've been asked to bring a focus back to that energy 111 on the clock. To the Divine Mother energy, and to how we can better connect to it, and to be able to use that energy again to bring us closer to the Divine Mother and closer to our higher selves as we move into these higher dimensions. So on Pronoia, we'll also have a very special segment that will be focused truly on you guys, you chosen, and another segment that'll be focused on those who did not choose. We call the fallen, because we all still are open. As long as we stay open to information, we all still have the choice, and we can always choose ourselves. It may take us a lot longer to dig out every time we say no to divine. Divine always opens the door even to those who have fallen or chose not to choose, right? Because not choosing is a choice. So that is what we're doing over there on Pronoia Starseed Podcast. Again, come on over, join me. It's going to be a beautiful season. We're starting this spring, so you'll probably see me early April. So much to share, and I love all the star seeds. You know I do. And that's it. That's it, knowledge. Yes. See, knowledge, you come to me like this. Because, y'all, I've been nervous. I've been nervous about being back on here, so.
No, you good.
Like,
this is beautiful. I would like to have one more before you start, or when you start, however you see fit. You know how you do. You work on your own schedule in divine timing. So.
Divine timing.
And excited for the new season.
Me too.
So any final remarks, and tell people where to find you, how to get with you, how to collab with you, if they want to interview you, if they want to book you, whatever the case.
Yes.
And
so, yes, go ahead.
That was it. Go ahead.
Oh. Yes, I'm always up for collaboration as long as you got good energy. Don't bring none of that bad juju over here. So you can catch me on IG, Instagram, Pronoia Starseed Podcast, only one. You can also catch me again on YouTube. You can catch me on Facebook. You can always DM me, and if you want to collaborate, if you want to come on the show, you want to tell your story. Are you a chosen one? Do you want to tell people your story? Have you felt the shift? That'd be wonderful. Share. Pronoia is a safe space for all the star seeds, divine beings, for us to collaborate. So that's where you can find me. My last word for you guys is choose love over fear. Choose love, choose love, choose love. Open your heart. Never let anyone try to break you. That is divine message. I love you all.
And just like that, we are done. Thank you, Mother, for coming through and giving us a message from the Divine Mother. Honest to you, honest to your family, honest to your podcast, honest to your future. May Divine continue to walk with you in the light of brilliance, of greatness, and reciprocity finally after so many years. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, and we here. So for the rest of y'all, we out of here, all right?
Peace.
Call your mother, okay?
Call your mother.
Yeah, all right?
Call your mama.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got on the safe side. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
I woke up out of a good night's sleep and slipped right into a daydream that may seem like a lifetime. Then the night rewind to this light shine upon my face as I awake to daydreaming to chase demons way to the evening till I'm sleeping. Then I awake, freeze, and I start screaming. It's late, sharp breathing, my heart still beating. Running through the pocket patch, thunderclap, lightning, rain, rivers running from the gaps, valleys, plains, hills, cornfields, the sun and path, running back above the map. Is this sleep deprivation, or am I on deep medication? Am I meditating till I'm asleep, but I keep awakening? I'm searching for the requiem inside my mind's aquariums, trying to break free from this lucid entrapment, using music as my blueprint for magic, my inception to my insurrection for madness. Blessed be priest message, each record's a classic. Pray there's no wreckage when her spirit exit the casket. I called her mommy till she's wrapped like a mummy. My first spaceship was her tummy. I ate what she ate when I'm hungry. Humbled, my arms crumbled as the grapes was taken from me. I shook like a quake, her spirit lift like a ship from a lake. Comfortably, when they come for me, I'ma embrace the entire space, the sun and sea. Then shout, Mom, you did great. Wonderfully, I came from the thunder inside your belly, healthy with 1 or 2 teeth. You taught me to speak, then God told me to preach, and gave me a sword for his head. I'ma take hold of the beast. Soon as your soul release, I'ma let go of peace. Now I'm ready for the war that was shown to me. I'm the devil's hunter, that's the spirit I'm under. I'ma chase you to nightfall, to the sun up, to break the chains of asunder. I have insomnia, on my way to the Andromeda. Study the planets like an astronomer. Interstellar, I'm telling with the elders from South America. I'm 51, am I familiar with that area? I'm with the healers when I wrote Rocket to Nebula. My veins are filled with the ancestors' blood, and I'm a replica of the messenger. When it rains, it's just a flood to cover the plains from something high-tech above. The unexplained, the sun is my main. I'm unreachable, untamed, unspeakable, unchanged. I remain the same. Only see growth through my deep quotes. Tell Thoth I'm in deep thought. I could break a bill if they free range. Our mother's initials on God's keychain. Storm bills, cornfields, chasing up the Lauren Hill. I'll get at the sworn deals, born skills. Wintertime, warm meals. My mother's gone, I'm on still. Waking up the morning chills. Peer to a dimension, fillers to filters. Of spirits for healers. To becoming wireless into splitters. To deliver. You begin losing signal, they're a little. Into crystals, in the middle. Behind the moon's gateway, in the shape of an egg. No more naysayers as you're going through the lunar haze. Face plates, infinity in the 8 shaped. The time is wintry, you see the gray 8. Then turn to the grave and say, where's your debate? For this is fate. I start unplugging, debugging. Before my transition, make man see woman. Then plant myself into the seed before the bee coming. I'm still in the cornfield running. Interstellar, Cinderella, said Cinderfella. I transcend from the nebula. This is the end of an era. I wish you good luck in all your endeavors. Release the pressure, the depressor. Then read the letters. Encounter us without seeing a body, like you emailed us. Delightful that it's not when you contact us, it's when we write you back. I used to watch continents fall just by my chi energy alone. I never used stone. I destroy cities by using cotton balls and big pillars of silken clouds. I watched their towers go down like a comet hit their walls, then smash their buildings with fog. That is all. The post verse. Trying to phone home, picking up ETs on the main line. After I crash, I'm experiencing amnesia and deja vu at the same time. And an unexpected close encounter of the fifth kind. The Akashic Records, Book of Revelations, we experience the sixth sign. What the prophets predict, shift paradigms. Do we believe in the tarots or their minds? The man that travels through the shadows till he shines. Factual, they don't attack you, they attack the genes. My black queen took the vaccine. They blaspheme, ask Tutankhamun, they get curses when you unmask kings. Martin Luther in his one last dream. Riding bikes, climbing heights, whiny heights, flying kites. Lighting pipes, Mayan sights, driving pikes. By the blinding light, road of night, motorbike. Roller coaster sight, closer bright, poltergeist.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got home safe, son. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
Message saved.